Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We do have a very special live stream today because it is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter everybody out there watching around the world. Hope you're all having an amazing Sunday. I want to thank you for joining me on this very special day because we have a lot to cover to gear up for this upcoming week. Big shout out to ChatGPT Europe saying hey in the live chat. We're going to wait for some more people to roll in. We got Adrian Kent. We got Jazzy with us saying, what's up, Connor? Hope you're doing well. Let's get it. Thank you, Jazzy. It is good to see you, my friend. Let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it and start things off with the crypto market overview. And then we'll get into the charts and really discuss the meat of this live stream and what's going on right now in the market. Big shout out to White Jazz saying happy Easter, Connor. We also got Sunny Side saying happy Easter, everyone. I made it on time finally. How's it going, Connor? It's going very well. Thank you for asking. I'm very excited for this live stream. Let's start it off with the crypto market overview. So taking a look at the crypto market at the current moment in time, Bitcoin trading at $28,138, ETH trading above $1,850, which is good to see because $1,850 is that major breakout level that it needs to stay above to confirm a next leg higher. And the rest of the market overall is just extremely flat. It has been very, very sideways and choppy for the past 3+ weeks. Let's take a look at today's gainers and losers. Taking a look at the gainers on the day, we have a few that are doing well. We got Venus at 290 in market cap, up 41% on the day. We got Eternity Chain, this one coming back from the dead. I remember peak bull market, this one caught on. I believe it's like an NFT chain or something like that. But yeah, I mean, this thing pumped up to $73 and crashed all the way down, but now back from the dead, it is up 25% on the day. You have a few other low caps doing well. This coin Luxo, LYXC, up 13% on the day. We'll spend a moment to talk about this one because it has a ton of potential. The creator of this one is one of the main founders of Ethereum, and this is a layer 1 network, layer 1 blockchain here for the creator economy. Luxo, LYXC, very, very bullish coin, up 13% on the day. Very important that you guys learn about this one, so we'll spend a moment to talk about it during this live stream. And then some other coins as well. Some other gems in here. NXRA, up 9.9% on the day. Alliance Block, Nexera. Alliance Block is focusing on real-world asset tokenization, things like real estate deeds on the blockchain, real documents, real assets, tokenizing them to put on the blockchain. They got hacked last year, but they created a new token. And it was unfortunate to see them hacked, but it just tanked the price of the token. But all the fundamentals with the project are the same. So this one as well, hidden gem, NXRA up 9.9% on the day. And taking a look at the losers, really not a lot of coins that I've heard of are down today. For the most part, everything is sideways. Everything is just in consolidation. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin price chart to talk about when we're going to break out of this range that we're in and which direction things are actually going to break out in. Before I do that, I want to give a shout out to Garrison in the audience saying it's monkeys time. We'll touch up on monkeys in this live stream. A lot to update about monkeys. So much is happening. And I've been paying attention to everything going on, so I know the truth behind the entire situation. We got Bob Hawk saying happy Easter, Connor. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Happy Easter right back at you, sir. RH saying hi. What's up, RH? White Jazz says delicately tap the like and let's move forward. That's a good one, White Jazz. You know what to do. Smash it up. Smash up that like button. Smash the subscribe button. Don't delicately tap it. I want you to smash it like Israel Adesanya smashed Alex Pereira last night. What an absolutely epic fight. Izzy, one of the GOATs. Hope you guys all enjoyed that one as much as I enjoyed it because that was awesome. Narala saying hello from Ireland. Nice to see you, Connor. Thank you, Narala. Sunny Sides. Yeah, you guys are funny. But yeah, smash up the like button. Anyways, let's jump into the Bitcoin TA. So, taking a look at the price chart here. On the 1 hour, you guys should have all seen my video market update last night on YouTube talking about this price action. But we'll pick up right where we left off. All right, so on the daily price chart for Bitcoin, we're going on 23 days now of this chop and slop up here, just below 29K for Bitcoin. The main level to break out higher, if we are going to continue higher, we need to see some daily candle closings above our orange line here at $28,800. That's the main resistance level out of this entire thing. All right, we close above 28,800 on a daily candle. Then we can get excited that we're going to break out higher and continue towards 30K. Once 30K is broken, we're going to move quickly to the next levels, closer to $40,000. But as of right now, there's no reason to celebrate anything because we're still in this choppy range consolidation. Now, as I discussed last night in the YouTube video, we have the lower support, right? Below the range low here, $26,600, we have this one lower support level, the breakout level actually, at $25,250. There is a chance this gets tested, but as I've been saying, I lean bullish, all right? I am optimistic that price is going to break out higher here. And at the same time, I understand that it's possible that the range lows get swept, but if that did happen, I would treat it as a buying opportunity, all right? Regardless of what happens, I see prices trading higher here. That's the way I'm going to play the market. Okay, so if we do get this dip down here, I'm treating that as a buying opportunity, as a longing opportunity, and I will simply buy into the fear. All right, so let's drop down to a lower time frame now and discuss this consolidation. So we have our levels outlined. All of our orange zones are areas of key liquidity, right? We have our lowest level, which is the range low down here at 26,600. We have this zone that was tested once at around $27,250, 27,300. All right, tested once here. And then we have this strong support here, $27,700. Okay, so price really just playing ping pong between the zones here. Not a lot happening. Really, there's nothing to update on right now since yesterday's video, even from 3 weeks ago, right? There's been nothing that's happened for 3 weeks. Okay, just straight chop. So we have to be patient here. It is not the time when you want to be swinging for the fences, going for big moves in the market, because it doesn't exist. But that's going to change very soon. All right, we have now just concluded the first week in April, and it's also Easter Sunday right now, a big holiday. And it's weird how the markets work. They do tend to slow down around holiday times. But now that this is over, it's behind us, I'm expecting volatility to quickly come back into the market. And as I said, I am leaning bullish on Bitcoin here. All right, so I'm looking for a daily closure above 28,800. From there, once we get that, I see us marching higher here, taking out these highs at 32K. That's going to be our next big level to break out. And then from there, it's really nothing but air, like I said, until the high $30,000 prices. Starting at around 37,500, going all the way up to about 43K is the next level of liquidity. And this is such an important area as well, 37,000, because this is where the original cascade actually started to happen in the bear market in 2022. This is when Luna, the news about Luna, collapsing, the algorithmic stablecoin going down, all this started happening late April, early May of 2022. At the time, Bitcoin was trading just below $40,000. Once the news was confirmed that Luna was collapsing and falling apart, it was from an attack, most likely by FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. Most likely was an attack by them, but regardless, that still happened. And the point of the chart where that happened at was up here at 37K. All right, so this is a big level to get tested. And I'm looking first, like I said, we got to close above 28,800. We take out 32. And then from there, it's really nothing but air up until these levels where, like I said, Luna started to collapse. Right, and these levels are untested. They're fresh zones on the chart. So in my opinion, these are going to come quicker than most think, right? It can happen very quickly. Think about how quickly it was from the start of the year, right, where Bitcoin was trading below 16K over here, right? Think about how quick it was. Think about how quickly this move happened, right? You blink and Bitcoin teleported from 16K up to 20K, all right? Now, it can happen very quickly where we go from 28K to 32 to 37. So when the market moves, it moves very quickly. Most of the time, though, the market does nothing. That's what we're seeing right now. The market is not doing anything. All right, so we have to simply just let these periods of low volatility, non-directional volatility pass, because they will be over soon. And when that happens, then it's going to be time to actually get aggressive. Look to actively take on larger trade sizes, stuff like that. But right now, it's really a time to be smart, sit back, enjoy the holidays with your family, watch Crypto Empire on YouTube so that you know exactly what is going on in the crypto market and you enjoy learning about the crypto market at the same time. Be sure to smash that like button if you're enjoying the live stream so far. And of course, if you're brand new to Crypto Empire, smash that subscribe button down below. But yes, like I said, it's the time to simply let the market play its hand, show its cards, and then we'll go ahead and make a decision when it is time to strike. All right, let's see what's going on in this live chat here. So a lot of questions about monkeys today in the stream. Tahir says, you think monkeys is a good entry right now at 2.3 million market cap? Personally, with where I think it's going, I do, right? But I can't really give financial advice. I am all set on my monkeys, right? Right before the token. So let's just bring everybody up to speed here. For anybody that has no idea what monkeys is, let's just kind of take a moment and talk about it for a second. So Elon Musk, if you go to Elon Musk's Twitter account, right, here he is, 134 million followers. Let's see what he's tweeting, right? He's always tweeting out memes. Just wait for him to tweet out a monkey. But anyway, if you go to his account and you click on these three dots here, you go to view lists. He created a nice list called monkeys. There are no tweets inside of this list right now, but if you put two and two together, there's a good chance he's going to use this list and post some funny monkeys memes. Of course, he's also the founder of Neuralink, the brain chip. What animal does he use to test that technology to see if it works? He uses primates, he uses monkeys, all right? So yeah, I think that this is one of the best memes of the year, if not the meme of the year, just because of this potential. And it's also a fresh new meme where it's not a dog, all right? Dog's obviously old reliable with the memes. Dogecoin, the original one from 2013, we all know it. But sometimes in a new cycle, it's good to go out with the old, in with the new. And monkeys are the new dog coins, all right? So monkeys is the meme coin. Now, what actually happened here, when this list was created, some random developer went ahead and he created the original monkeys version 1. Now, he didn't necessarily do anything sketchy with monkeys version 1. He was just essentially incompetent from my understanding. What he did was, he wouldn't let anybody touch anything, right? He wouldn't let anybody really help him. He wanted to run the Twitter by himself. He speaks like broken English. He doesn't type properly at all. He didn't let anybody help him out with any social media stuff like that. So basically, inside of the Monkeys Telegram group, the community went ahead and they were like, look, if we want to grow to be one of the biggest meme coins, we need to do this properly. We need to all work together. And, this guy didn't want to work with anybody. So basically what he did was he had set aside monkeys tokens that he created. He created the whole thing. He set aside the monkeys tokens in a special marketing wallet. What he did when the community was basically like, look, we kind of have to, start working together and start building this thing up, he didn't like that at all. So basically what he did was he sold all of the marketing tokens. So all of the money that was supposed to be going for marketing for the original version 1 monkeys, this guy just dumped it on the open market. He essentially slow rugged. We can go look at the contract here. There's some people buying monkeys version 1 right now, which is, it could be a good hedge, but I think they're just salty that they missed the migration. But regardless, basically price was just steadily declining here, right? It went from like a $5 million market cap back to a $1 million market cap. And this was essentially from this guy just slowly selling all of the marketing tokens. And basically what happened was the community decided to launch a version 2 monkeys where there's a baked in tax, right? So when you buy or sell any monkeys on Uniswap, you pay a 3% tax. Half of that goes to the liquidity pool, burned forever, and the other half goes to the marketing wallet, just so that there's money basically to get this thing on exchanges and do everything else you do with a meme coin. But this guy just started spreading lies. The original Monkeys founder, and by the way, also, let me see this. So in regards to the migration, a lot of people are saying that it was a scam, but actually 1,114 wallets sent in for the migration. So this was just one big kind of debacle, and the guys that forgot to migrate or missed out on the migration, by the way, I let everybody know in my Telegram group and my Discord about the migration, so I hope you guys were able to. But regardless, it's one big debacle, and there's like 3 people that are upset about version 2, and they're just on Twitter nonstop, basically spreading lies about Monkeys version 2. So that's the story right now. All right, that's the story. I am all for Monkeys version 2. I think version 2 is the real Monkeys by the community. But the thing is, Monkeys version 1 still does exist, and it was at a 100K market cap. There were some major transactions, some major buys when this thing was at like a $50,000 market cap. And I mean, who else would it be but the founder of the token, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy just rugs the whole entire thing again like he did the first time. But regardless, 2 monkeys exist. This is version 1, 500,000 market cap. To me, I would not buy this one, but could be a hedge, right? Just because when this meme blows up, which it inevitably will, there's going to be a lot of people that will be confused and they'll probably just buy the wrong one. But I wouldn't touch it personally. I am only holding version 2. I only plan on holding version 2. And this one has a $2.4 million market cap. So that's the story with monkeys, all right? Let's just start off the live stream talking about it. I really don't like paying too much attention to meme coins, but I got myself involved with this one. I spoke about it already on YouTube, so I have to update now. I feel obligated to talk about exactly what's happening and give my thoughts on it as well. That's the story. And yeah, playing a meme coin here. Remember, meme coins should only be a very, very small percentage of your portfolio. Very high risk, but also very high reward. So play them smartly. Don't bet your entire portfolio on them. And just basically be prepared to get wrecked, but also be optimistic in the sense that if you're right, you're going to have a huge gain on your hands. So that's why risk management is so important. Knowing how to size your position is extremely important. If you don't know how to do that, or if you do it improperly, you are simply just gambling, and you should not gamble in crypto because you will get wrecked. So that's the story right there with monkeys. We got Trucker Steve saying Happy Easter. Thank you, Trucker Steve. Happy Easter to you as well. Ron also saying Happy Easter. Tahir saying check Space. I have no idea what that is. If it's another meme coin. Oh, Space Fi. Okay, yeah. This is a ZK Sync app. Such a small market cap though, $1.4 million. Not a lot to chart either as a new coin. Thank you to everybody saying Happy Easter. I appreciate it. We got Lorenzo Corrado as well saying Happy Easter. What's up, Lorenzo? I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the live right now. We got Michael DJI Manor saying greetings to everyone. Welcome back, Connor. Hope all is going well with you. And you still have the Bitcoin chat on your radar for the next big move to the upside. Yes, I do, Michael. Go ahead and rewind the stream. I already talked about Bitcoin, but yes, still bullish on it. Sunnyside is saying, what about the Sui network? So in regards to Sui, every time I go to make a Sui video, right, I want to show you guys how to farm the airdrop, but every time I go to make a Sui video, it just doesn't work. The wallet doesn't work. The network doesn't work. I don't know what's going on with it. So I have had a very unpleasant experience so far with Sui. Let's see if it works right now. So let's see if the testnet usually doesn't work at all for me. We're sorry that the app is running slower than usual. We're working to fix the issue and appreciate your patience. Yeah, it's bugged. So I don't know about Sui. I mean, they're probably going to fix it and it will be good to use, but right now it's just a really horrible experience whenever I've tried to do anything on this network. So that's my thoughts about Sui. If it works for you, I would say go ahead and try to farm the airdrop because it could be some free money on the table there. And who doesn't like free money, right? So that's Sui. More money saying XLM possible big squeeze. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the banker coins. Of course, March 2023, the month that just passed, that was the year that the ISO 20022, or the month that the ISO 2002 was being implemented. And we saw all kinds of crazy things happening around the world with the US dollar, with the US banking system, with other banking systems around the world. Eerie timing, right? Coincidence. Must have just been a coincidence with all the things happening in March, and also the ISO 20022 implementation also happening that month. But XRP went ahead and pumped because everybody thought that the lawsuit was going to end on March 31st. Topped out over here at 58 cents. Hit this target of 55 cents, which I was looking at back in January. I thought it would make it there, but it took all the way until March to get there. But regardless, we have now pulled back. We are holding this previous breakout spot over here at 50 cents as the new support level. All right, this green zone, previous resistance flipped to support here for XRP. So if this continues to hold, this is simply very bullish, right? XRP is very interesting how it trades. We'll look at XLM right after this. But XRP here, very interesting how it trades. Now the first time around, as you can see, in November of last year, we formed this resistance zone from 42 to 40 cents here. All right, price goes ahead, breaks out above it, but it cannot actually confirm it. Broke back below, then multiple times it held as resistance before a large impulse wave higher. That just happened basically right on the time of the ISO 20022 implementation at the end of March. All right, so we know how this thing likes to trade. It likes to do nothing for extremely long periods of time, and then it likes to explode out of nowhere. So timing is definitely key with this one. You want to pay attention to XRP when it's boring and it's doing nothing. Right now, the exciting time just happened. All right, this is good for us. Right, the exciting move just happened. It's now going back into a period of boring and doing nothing, which, as I just said, is when you actually want to pay attention to it. That's when you want to buy it, when it's not doing anything. You don't want to be the guy buying over here. It would have worked out for you, right, if you got in at 48 cents. But you would have had to stomach. Most people can't stomach 16, 17% pullback, especially if you use leverage, right? If you use leverage, you would have been washed out of this position, all right, which is why you always want to not FOMO into the market, right? You cannot chase these green candles and expect to be successful. But anyways, now we have XRP coming back into consolidation. We'll see if 48 cents does hold. If not, I do like this previous support, this yellow dotted line here at 45 cents. All right, if we see some kind of quick move there, look for a quick reclaim deviation, then another impulse move higher. If we're going to see continuation in the market overall, right, we would need to see Bitcoin break out above 28,800 in order really to see. Actually, I shouldn't say that though, because XRP can totally just trade on its own, right? XRP has the biggest community, the biggest army behind it of delusional people that think it's the next financial system. Yes, I call them delusional people. But yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of delusional people out there that think XRP is great. So they'll stand behind it. I'm happy to trade it along with them and then sell it at the right time to make my money and get out, because I do not plan on joining the XRP cult. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at some profit targets higher here. The next levels higher would be 62 to 64 cents. And then from there, we get back into the 70, 75 cents to 80 cents levels. So there is more upside here, right? XRP for sure will be trading over $1 again in the future, which would be a 100% gain from the current prices. So this thing is not dead at all, but you want to pay attention to it when it is boring and not doing anything. And we're looking to get another opportunity like that soon. Look for a quick spike down to around 45 cents. That would be the optimal entry as it stands right now. All right, if we see some kind of quick impulse move lower, that would coincide well with Bitcoin going and testing 26,602, which is the bottom of the current range. Let's go look at XLM. So Stellar, almost an identical chart to XRP here, trading at 10 cents as it stands. And the main bear market support, very clear to see, was exactly at 10 cents. That was only lost in November with FTX, as you can see right here, Tuesday, November 8th. Price finally broke below 10. It went as low as 7 cents. Now we're back at 10.3 cents. So don't try to reinvent the wheel here. Your support resistance flip level is 10 cents. And just real quick, go into a weekly chart. Looking at where Stellar has been in the past, all-time high from 2018 up here at 93 cents, but realistically around 70 cents. Very few people got to sell their XLM up here at 93 cents. Realistically, 70 cents was a high where price actually, you would have had a moment to sell right around 70. So that's around a 7x from current price. And I do believe that XLM will reach $1 and beyond. So 10 cents right now, 10.3 cents, definitely an interesting price to look at. For the long term, of course. If we're going to talk about short-term trading, that's completely irrelevant what I just said. But if you're looking as a long-term value investor, then yeah, we are heavily discounted right now. And we're also in a very interesting time period in the world where we're shifting to digital assets, digital money altogether, and XLM is one of the biggest payment systems in the world to transfer funds across borders. So yeah, in my opinion, this coin has a lot of potential going forward. And like I said, don't try and reinvent the wheel here. 10 cents is your level. Below it, goodbyes, right? It only spent a few months below 10 cents. We go back below. That's most likely going to be, if you look back at it 6 months to a year from now, anything below 10 cents was going to be an amazing buy level. So yeah, that's XLM Stellar. Anyway, Tahir says, I agree, LOL. Many missed the migration, so they fudding now. Yeah, talking about monkeys, a lot of people, weren't paying attention. And here's the thing. I did what I could. I put out a message in Telegram. I tried to warn people to migrate, but at the end of the day, people do have to assume responsibility. Crypto is the most fast-paced market where things move so quickly, and if you don't pay attention for one day, you're going to be completely left in the dark about what's happening. And this is just another example with monkeys, speaking to show how true that statement is, right? You need to be seriously tapped into this one. And if you just bought the coin and then you didn't actually join their Telegram group or follow them on Twitter, you would have had no idea what was happening. So you really need to stay up to date with your especially high risk stuff. But anyways, yeah, in regards to monkeys, version 2 is, in my opinion, the real one. But yeah, we got a bunch of clowns out there buying version 1 here, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm here for the ride. We'll see. Let's see. We got people asking about Arbitrum. Tony Fett Canto says, Happy Easter from Dubai. I appreciate that. Arbitrum. And Tony Fett, we already looked at monkeys. We talked about that quite a bit. But Arbitrum, let's go look at this chart. So, of course, Arbitrum, they're having another vote right now. Also, speaking about monkeys, this was the founder. He went on like a FUD spreading spree, and now he's like, I support version 1 and version 2. I mean, this guy, I don't know, he needs some kind of help or something. Contradicting himself left and right. Anyway, let's go look at Arbitrum, because if you guys aren't aware, Arbitrum is doing another proposal now. See if we can go find this proposal about Arbitrum. So the first proposal was they wanted to basically let's see. Let's find the governance. They wanted to take $750 million and use it to pay for expenses. They wanted to sell $750 million Arbitrum tokens. And the community voted no on that, but they took the money anyway. They basically said, look, we don't care what you said. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the 750 mil because we want to. So that defeated the whole purpose of the governance token. The ARB token is only to be used for governance. That's the only point of it. And that defeated the entire purpose of it. Okay, so here's the thing. Arbitrum, brand new coin, multi-billion-dollar market cap already. Trust was lost, but they're doing another vote to return it, and like 90% of the community says they should return the 750 million tokens that they just took. And we don't know if they're actually going to yet. But if they do return the tokens and reverse that, what they did, that's going to restore trust back into the Arbitrum Foundation. But if they don't, then I would not be surprised to see these levels get broken and for Arbitrum to go and trade below $1. But as of right now, there is a chance that they're going to go return the 750 million tokens. And that would be very bullish. And if that is the case, I would expect this zone to hold from $1.15 down to $1.11. And then from there, we could definitely push up higher. But the thing is, as of right now, it's kind of an unknown. All right, so based off of what happened, right, I am quite bearish on Arbitrum. And it depends what the market does overall here. Right, if we have Bitcoin go and test, say, 26,600 or even as low as $25,250, I'm still a bull at those prices. Like I said, I would treat those as buying opportunities. But if we see something like that, that can cause a huge sell-off in Arbitrum where it can go and test some low price levels. And in order to get those, we can pull a fib and see some extensions. And looking at some fib extension prices on Arbitrum, we have our 0.27 at $1.02. We have the 61.8 extension level at 90 cents. And we have the one extension at 77 cents. Lines up almost with a 75-cent psychological round number. So these are the levels that I see below current price, below this demand level at $1.09. You got $1.02, 90, and 77. I would mark these on your chart. I can see 75 cents holding a strong support if it does make its way back down there. But at this moment, I sold 80% of my Arbitrum airdrop tokens. All right, so I realized the profit. I took the free money, and I don't really care too much about what happens from here. I'm very grateful for Arbitrum for providing us with the opportunity to get that airdrop because I did, capitalize on it quite well, and it was a very lucrative airdrop. So I can't say anything bad, right? They gave me, free money, and it was awesome. So I'm thankful for that. So whatever happens with the token here, I don't really care too much. But yeah, if Bitcoin goes ahead and tests some lower price levels, it could cause a big cascade for something like this because it's hanging on the edge. It's hanging on the edge. They lost everybody's trust. And if it's not restored quickly and we have some more bearish market conditions, I wouldn't be surprised to see it trade lower. Nanook says, have you heard of the gamified DEX, Sparta DEX, just released its testnet? I have not heard of that one, Nanook. What do I think about Wad's Pay? I don't know too much about Wad's Pay, Zenobio. Tahir says, not SpaceFi, it's called Microvision Chain. Only on Safe Trade. All right, that's an interesting sign. If anybody that doesn't know what Safe Trade is, it is an exchange. It's like one of those OG exchanges where you can only really send in Bitcoin, and they only have like proof of work coins too, which is what I like. Yeah, Safe Trade. One of the only exchanges, actually the only exchange you can buy Snow Blossom on. So I like that. Whoops, wrong one. Snow Blossom here. I recommend you guys look into this one on your own time, but I like how Microvision is only listed on Safe Trade. Now I'm going to have to do my own research on this one. It has a $3 million market cap. I know nothing about it. Bitcoin plus smart, yeah, I mean a lot of these proof of work Bitcoin smart contract chains are popping up. I don't know how good they actually are. You know, Casper is the main one that's popular. I don't really know how legit it actually is, if the technology is all there. But yeah, this is a hot market sector. These proof of work, Web3, using Bitcoin security as a consensus mechanism. It's a very hot niche in crypto, especially with Bitcoin ordinals now. Bitcoin DeFi, it's going to be a big thing going forward. White Jazz says, Connor, do you have a INJ make it bag? Yes. INJ, of course, we talked about it here on the channel before. Yeah, INJ for sure is one of those coins that has the potential to, it's like Luna to me. INJ reminds me so much of Luna. The marketing, you know, the communication, the way everything is. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, right? Because it was able to, that style of kind of communication and branding, the branding, the communication is what I'm referring to, not the actual project and what it does. But yeah, it reminds me so much of Luna, and that was able to take Luna from less than $1 to over $100. And INJ gives me that same type of feeling, so I do like this project, yes. You're going to have to wait for a bull market to see it break above 25 bucks, but I do see it breaking above $25. Let's go look at Algo H-Bar and Rose. Smash up that like button if you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Now, any of these coins, right, their price action is so dull. So if we look at Algorand, Algorand gave everybody another opportunity here. Right, gave everybody another opportunity. You have the main bear market support up here at 27 cents, 28 cents here. Okay, this got lost in the FTX crash. And then it went as low as 15 cents. Now you have the price trading all the way down here below 22 cents. Right, this thing is discounted as far as I'm concerned. You know, when it actually does break out, it's going to go far. But the thing with Algo is it kind of has the same situation with XRP, where it just seems like there's always constant sell pressure. Most likely that's from early insiders or the team themselves, right? They need to pay for operational costs, and they have their Algo tokens on a vested release schedule. But it just always seems like there's just sell pressure holding this thing down. And that's exactly what was happening with XRP for many years. You know, same with this. It took a bull market for it to really start to perform well, because this thing, it just does nothing in bear markets. But anyways, it's trading at a discount, right? For the majority of the bear market, it was above 28 cents. Right now it's at 21 cents. If you look at this chart, it has not spent a lot of time below this green zone line here, this one. It has not spent a lot of time below the start of this green zone at all in the bear market. It first got down there in the middle of December. It was reclaimed in the middle of January, and now we're back down here in the middle of April. Okay, so you know, these are bear market prices here for Algo. Your risk compared to your reward is great, right? In terms of, you know, the lower time frames and everything, it's just sideways consolidation. But your risk compared to your reward is very, very good, right? To the lows, you can risk 60% of your money, but to the highs, you know, you're risking, or you can potentially make a 10x. So the risk reward from these prices is just insanely good, and that goes for most altcoins as well too. Algo is a bit lower on the chart, right? It has not done anything. Now here in the 2-hour time frame, something's going to give here soon. Something's definitely going to give here soon. Coiling up. Price is compressing as we see. Getting narrower, narrower, narrower. If you just look at this price action, it's going to be either this or this. And like I said, if it is this, buying opportunity, right? Expect it to make a quick recovery, or we just get the breakout from the start here on Algo. You don't know which direction it's going to go. Anybody that says they know the direction, they don't, right? They're speculating. Everybody's just speculating on what's going to happen. After 3 weeks of nothing, nobody can say for sure which direction we're going to head in next, but we dip, buying opportunity on Algo. It's simple. And your price targets have not changed, right? Because price is not broken out yet. You have this range high at 40 cents. This is around a 100% gain. Then you have 45 cents. Then you're at 50. Then you gap up to 67. It's going to be clear skies once it does get going. Go look at H-bar. So H-bar, don't try and reinvent the wheel. All right. In early March, when the Silicon Valley Bank crashed and we got the big scare in the market, you can see the main support resistance flip level at 6.2 cents. I have spoken about this in all of my H-bar videos over the past few months. The 6.2 cent support resistance flip, it's still there. It's still relevant. Price is just above it right now. So we go below the main support resistance flip at 6.2 cents. Just turn your brain off, stop thinking, and you know it's at a huge discount when it's below the support level. So, this is the time to buy when it's below 6.2. It's the same exact thing I showed you with Algo. Your risk reward is so good from these prices. Now, yes, H-bar has gone lower. It's been lower in the past, but this is when nobody knew what it was in late 2019 and early 2020. Obviously, these were the prices to buy it down here. If you got in, say, at 1 penny in January 2020. But yeah, just looking at this chart, again, your risk to reward is so good from these current prices where, it makes sense to play it. If you have the patience to wait 6 to 12 months for another bull market cycle, to catch the pump up, because it could definitely take that long again. But yeah, H-bar, same thing really as Algo, had a small pump up here at the end of March, early April, is now retraced all the way to the main support level at 6.2 cents. Anywhere close to here, especially below here, good entries, and then I would expect it to push up higher. But let's play the contrary view, and let's say that for some reason that liquidity is just going to dry up altogether in the crypto market. It could spend a few weeks to a few months just doing nothing down here too, but from after that I would expect a huge price increase. So this thing trading at a discount as well, great long-term buys, even better below 6.2 cents. So let's go look at Oasis Rose as well. So Rose below 6 cents, which is good. And in my opinion, this is going to be one of the top gainers. If not this year, well then, in the actual bull market years, I think it's going to perform extremely well. When it comes to artificial intelligence, privacy with the Oasis privacy layer, they also are the only layer 1 chain that can process zero knowledge transactions on that layer 1. They don't need a roll up, right, a layer 2 to process the transactions, right? So a lot of really, really positive stuff for Oasis Rose that I like, and that's why it's one of my largest holdings. All right, I have a Rose gonna make it back. If you want to, right, I have way more Rose than most of other stuff I hold in the portfolio. Now looking at this price action, again, 3 weeks of nothing recently. This is the daily time frame. If you look at where we dipped to during the March 10th banking scare, we went below 5 cents. Okay, so we formed this little drop-based rally demand zone down here at 4.8 cents. I like this price if we are to see it again, but there's a chance we don't. But we bottomed out above 3 cents, and right now we're at 6 cents. We got as high as 8.6. But really, nothing has happened too much, right? It pulled off almost a 3x from the start of the year. Now we're just kind of waiting. We did make a nice higher low here. This is the daily chart. We have higher highs and higher lows. This is in an uptrend. It did just break this trend line here. So there's no reason for me to be bearish on this. And, even if it doesn't perform too great now, I think it's going to really have its time, have its run, and do one of these. I think it's going to do one of these again. Again, risk reward. Just look at the chart here. Buy low, sell high. Does one of these again, but only this time it's going to go up here to $1. Right, all the way up here. So this is what I have for Rose. In terms of short-term trading it, I would not bother right now because of how slow things are. This is like a 17x up to $1, and there's a good chance it goes beyond that too. It's not just going to stop exactly at $1 and say, okay, job is finished. Going to stop pumping now. No, I mean, if it gets up to $1, it's probably going to continue pumping past that. And yeah, I mean, on the smaller time frames, really not a lot to say. Pray for more dips, right? If you don't have enough of this, pray for more dips back below 5 cents, and that's the time to load up. Look under the mattress if you need cash to do so. Not financial advice, but this is one of the coins that I hold. I hold a lot of it. I'm excited for the bull market for it. And short-term trading, really don't like trading the sideways choppy range, but if we dip, look for a sweep of 5.2. Play it like this. Risk something like 3% to make 17%. I would look for something like that if you want to trade it on the short term. White Jazz says, Connor, why do you think Glimmer never seems to pop? Are the unlocks that bad? So I've mentioned in the past how the Glimmer Foundation is all political. From what I've seen, what I've heard in the Glimmer community, right, there's like die-hard people out there that love this coin, and they're aware that the foundation is basically just kind of screwing everything up. It's all connected with, it all comes down to money, of course. You got the VCs that invested in this chain. They basically own the foundation, right? It's like just the world that we live in. It can be seen in many different industries, especially politics. But yeah, I mean, they don't support the actual communities, and they only support their friends because of money circulation. That's Glimmer's biggest problem. Technology is great, but the people leading in charge of it are not great. So that's its problem. And until that gets figured out, I mean, it will do well in a bull just because speculation alone. But times like this, when everybody knows at this point that the Glimmer Foundation is like incompetent, it's just not a good look for things. But the technology is very good. Riley Hall says, happy Easter, Connor. Good to have you back. What's your thoughts on Frax and the LSD tokens? Yeah, so let's talk about that. Of course, we got the big Shanghai upgrade happening on April 12th, as we see here. And we should all know what the Shanghai upgrade is by now. It's going to allow people to stake or unstake their Ethereum. So if we go look at the LSD coins, Lido, I sold most of my Lido actually, $2.50. Bought it below $2. So I mean, I made like 25% plus on it. But yeah, I mean, this chart on the weekly, struggling. $2 is the ironclad support. Right, every time this thing has come close to $2, it's bounced nicely. But the only thing that does concern me now is that each bounce has gotten lower, lower, lower. All right, this is just consecutive lower lows. with the same horizontal support. So this is what is called a descending, call it a descending pennant, descending triangle, because it's been over 3 weeks. But yeah, you have just lower highs into the same horizontal support. This is the same pattern that Bitcoin did in the 2018 bear market before it went to the 3K low. That's the only thing that concerns me about LDO. FXS, also pretty quiet here. Retested the breakout at 675, and as of right now, bounced into resistance, got rejected. So I mean, this is a daily chart, right? This is 1 month of just total non-directional trading, non-directional volatility, and if anything, this is bearish as of right now, because if it doesn't reclaim 950 or 941 as I have, this yellow dotted line, look how well it held that support here. It lost it. If it can't reclaim it, it's just a rejection, and it's going to probably head back to around 7. But yeah, because I'm bullish on the market, I again am treating all dips as buy opportunities. But in general, these LSD coins anchor here again, just coiling up. If we take a date and time measurement for a month, it really hasn't done too much. It went from 2 cents to 4 cents to 3.5 now. So nice recovery from the banking scare. But after that, it found its equilibrium on the support level at 3.5 cents, and it hasn't done anything. Stake wise, same thing. Key, same thing. FIS, chop and slop. P stake, chop and slop. Stater is the only one actually that's been moving, but it just came up here, swept the highs, and dumped back down. This is also a low market cap, but regardless, yeah, Stater, one of the only ones that's actually kind of moving more than the others here. My thoughts on the LSD coins really depends what ETH does. We're going to find out if it's a sell the news event or actually bullish for Ethereum, but we haven't looked at ETH yet in the stream, so let's go look at ETH. So again, ETH, I mean, that's bullish. Go to a 12-hour here. And yeah, I mean, nice reclaim. As you see, it lost 1850, but got back above. We want to see this get broken through. Okay. This is resistance now. Up here, up until around 1880. We want to see it break through this and start to close higher, preferably on this daily, but tomorrow would be good too. Otherwise, it's going to go back down 1750, 1700. Depending on how bad a sell-off of it is, it could even come down to, say, 1550. If you look on this chart, we have this gray zone at 1700, and then the next major kind of demand level of liquidity would be at around 1550. So, it depends what happens here for the LSD coins. But ETH on the cusp of the breakout, it's right there to break out and head to 2K. It already went ahead and put in the higher high, broke above the range high at 1850. Now it's just chopping around above that level, trying to put it in a confirmation, and it's super close to doing so. But we're going to find out, because on April 12th, millions of Ethereum will become available to be unstaked and then sold. If those people want to sell, it's going to crash the price. Okay, so we're going to see what's going to happen on that date. Again, like I said in last night's YouTube video, I'm staying out of the predictions and the debates. All right, I'm just going to let it happen and watch, and then make my move when I see the time is right to do so. No sense in trying to debate with people on which direction it's going to go, or if the Shanghai upgrade is bullish or bearish. Right? I'm just kind of not going into that conversation altogether. But yeah, that's what's happening with the LSDs and Ethereum. We got Stefan Lin saying, asking for TA on Casper Network. Guys, we have over 70 people watching the stream and only 40 likes. Go ahead right now and smash up that like button right now if you're enjoying the stream so far. I appreciate your support. Go look at Casper. So Casper is now going on almost 1 full year in this bear market range, right? It's at 333 days right now. Of course, 1 year is 365. So 1 more month would be 1 full year in this range, with your range highs at around 4.5 cents and your range lows being 2.2 cents. So the price right now is 4.1 cents. You are buying here if you enter here towards the range highs, which, you know, depending on who you are, you know, a lot of people were buying Casper up here. I started buying over here in 2021. I don't remember my exact entry, but I would say it was, you know, above 10, and I've been averaging down. But yeah, here at 4 cents, long-term speaking, very, very good prices. Check the market cap. Market cap is $455 million. This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar market cap coin. So another move back down to 3.3 would be ideal for an entry, or preferably 2.5 would be like the best. But yeah, 4.1, you're buying at the top of the range, which this is the top of the range over here, right? Every time it's coming here, it's gotten rejected. We are now putting in some price action here, okay? So we want to see this hold as, if this is going to break out, you want to see 4 cents hold as support, take out the highs, and then start putting in some new ground, right? Because prices have not been to 5 cents. You had the one test over here in October, but other than that, prices have not been at 5 cents since Luna collapsed again back in May, April of last year. So, yeah, I mean, Casper is still in the bear market range, great long-term buy prices, and could be on the cusp of breaking out here depending on how conditions do persist going forward here to start the week. Let's see, we got people. Metamall says, yeah, Zyber, we bought because of you. You bought something because of me? Listen, I'd say very clearly, nothing is financial advice here. And the thing with Zyber Swap is I told you about it from day one, my man. I told you about it when it was below $1. I bought it at 70 cents myself. It went to $22. If you held it throughout the entire thing and didn't take any profit, and by the way, I was updating you every single time, you know, in late January, early February. So, I mean, what is there to say about this thing? I'll give you an update. It has low liquidity market conditions, and it has very high inflation. So in a low liquidity environment like this, it's not going to do well. Everybody farming it is just dumping all the new tokens on the market. This is what happens to most decentralized exchanges out there. And the thing is, I told you guys about this when it was here. Right here. It went to here. Okay, it's very unfortunate if you didn't sell any or you got in late, stuff like that. I can't help you there. But yeah, I mean, high inflation right now and low liquidity market. The prices of everything aren't really going up. And then you have something like this where there's high inflation. It's just not going to bode well for the price. You know, what is there to say? Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. They do have their launch pad, which has the potential to be big, depending if any good projects actually want to launch from there. I haven't invested in any of their launch pad projects because I don't necessarily, you know, like those new projects yet. But if there's something I see worthwhile to, I will invest in a launch pad project from ZyberSwap. But yeah, I mean, Arbitrum just proved that the ARB token was useless. and this is an Arbitrum DEX. Liquidity is dry around the entire crypto market. It's just not going to thrive in these conditions, and it has high emissions, so everybody farming is just going to sell off the new tokens. So I mean, somebody like myself, you know, buying below $1, was able to sell on this spike up. So, you know, it turned out to be a great trade. But if you're still in this and you didn't take any profit, I'm not really sure what to tell you. Yeah, that's a ZyberSwap update. Met them all for you. That's my thoughts on ZyberSwap. Oh yeah, and saying you bought because of me too is definitely not a good thing to say, because I don't give financial advice. Is ZyberSwap a good buy now? Says David S. Here's the thing. It already had a 100x run. So, is it the best buy? No. It's not the best buy now, but there is a very good chance it can put in some kind of recovery. All right, because the market cap is... Let's go look at this market cap. Market cap of this is... Okay, it's still 2 mil. All right, so that's the problem with inflation, right? When we were first talking about ZyberSwap, there was like 200,000 tokens. Now there's 1.87 million tokens. So it's just been emitting nonstop. So there's way more tokens in circulation, and the market cap is like the same. So that's the problem with high token inflation. But yeah, I mean, I think it can have a bounce back up to $3 to $5, which would be a few 100% multiples from here. So if you want to play it, I would say go for it. It's a very high risk trade here, given the current conditions of the market. Liquidity is very low across the board. Again, it all comes back to this total 2 chart. This total 2 chart shows you the money flow in the market, and up here we have not gotten any new money to come in. So we are in the same player versus player market environment that we've been in from late January. Right, late January, as you can see, you know, money stopped coming into the market. We had a lot of money flow into altcoins in early January, but from that point, it's just been player versus player. No new money is coming in. It's just a rotation game. It's the big whales rotating in and out of specific coins, pumping them and then dumping them. That's what it's been really for the past few months, player versus player. So yeah, in order for something like Zyber to do well, you need new money to come into the market, and that's going to be with the total 2 going up. That goes with any altcoin. All right, we just looked at Algo and HBAR, 2 major ones. They're also not doing anything. So yeah, that's Zyber. Dan says, can you check out BuySwap? Looks to be another DEX. I mean, I'm not really sure what to say about this one. $72 million market cap. Pretty big. We'll look at the chart. Being traded against the Turkish lira. That is funny. So this thing on the daily is it's an interesting chart here. Let's go vlog. So this is, yeah, start of the year. So for 4.5 months, it's really just been kind of or 3 months. Been in this wide range from 16 cents up to 25 cents. Right now it's at 19. This is not really broken out of the bear market just yet, and if you look at what's currently acting as resistance, it's this previous support over here at 20 cents. So yeah, I mean, from a technical perspective, this looks like a good good chart to pump. From a technical perspective, it looks very good to pump up higher. Your target's 28 cents, and then I would look at 38, and then I would look up here at around 50. And thoughts on Uniswap. So Uni, same thing. Talking about decentralized exchange coins, right? We just looked at Zyber, BuySwap, now Uniswap. All of these coins, you know, they do the same exact thing. They're decentralized exchanges, and their coins are governance tokens. Now Zyber does have some good utility outside of just being a governance token, right? Whether it's a launch pad, whether it's you stake it and earn ETH, and it has some good stuff going for it. But again, if you look at all these DEX tokens, none of them are really performing too great because we have no new money coming into the market. So until we get that money flow, don't expect anything to happen, basically. You need the proper market conditions in order to see these altcoins start to really outperform things like Bitcoin. You need new money coming in, and you have no new money coming into crypto at the current moment in time. That should change soon. Now Uni over here, below $6. This red trend line was the major bear market trend line, and that broke over here back in January at 577. We're just above those prices now. And this is a daily chart again. So we're going on 3 months now of nothing, of chop sideways. Now in that range of 3 months, $6 was the big support before it got lost in the Silicon Valley Bank collapse just here. Okay, so now we want to reclaim 6, and then we can reattack the highs at 720 and break out. So this is actually an interesting chart here, but also you have this line. This is an ascending triangle. Ascending, yeah, so nice bullish formation. But if you dip below 550, that's going to be a buy price. Right, you come back to here, 539, 538. Those are buy levels. Big AA Armory says, let's see, Dan Garwood says, anyone saying they bought because of this man is a moron and has no business investing / trading in the first place. You can take advice from YouTubers, but that's all advice, not directions. Well said, Dan. Well said. Dan also says, hey, brother, not trying to shill it or anything, but I'm invested in BuySwap, and I'm really hoping you could just take a look at the chart. I suck at TA. Well, we looked at that one already, Dan. Hope my analysis made sense. Bob says, looks like Uni has bottomed. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go below these levels here at 330, where it was in January of this year. I really don't see Uniswap coming back below to 3. You have one big level over here at 430. You know, if you see that for whatever reason, probably going to be a bottom. That would also be a retest of this red trend line, which hasn't really been retested. And like I said, if we go to the weekly price chart here, you know, this red trend line goes all the way back to that all-time high at $45. So if we do retest the red trend line, that will probably be the bottom. That's when you want to, if you want to load up on something like Uniswap, that would be the time to do so. Amster Camp says, hi Connor, just saw you were streaming, we'll rewatch later. What are your top 3 100x gems? Good question, Amster Cam. One that I've shared publicly a lot, Wazder Waz. I really like that as a 100x gem coin. And then I see somebody bringing up WagMe too, Big AA Armory. WAGMI is worth a look. We've talked about WAGMI a lot here in the channel, actually. Also a potential 100x gem when it comes to crypto gaming. And this chart is holding. This chart is holding strong. If we go look at this weekly, as you see, it's above the launch price. Right, it launched over here in May of 2022, ranged for like a full year basically, 10 months, broke out. Now it's back above the launch price, holding that as support. So this is a very bullish chart, very bullish project. You got Scott Herman Fitness as the talent acquisition guy, and yeah, I mean, they just brought on a ton of EA Sports, EA Games developers. If you look at their Twitter account here, their new acquisitions. You got this guy. Pretty sure he used to work at EA Games. Anyway, they have a very competent team here at WAGMI. Good marketing. They know what they're doing. They're the real deal. Definitely a legitimate project. Here we got Esteban Gil, former senior product manager for EA. So yeah, they're bringing in some big guns for WAGMI games. I like that one. We just got a 99-cent super chat from Dan Garwood. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream now. It's Easter Sunday. I got to get back to the family. I did want to hop on this live stream to go over everything happening in the crypto market, give you guys an update as we get ready to start this next week. But being that it is a holiday today, I don't want to stay too long. But I hope that you guys did enjoy this live stream. And as Dre has told you multiple times throughout the live stream, if you want to get exclusive access to the Crypto Empire community and direct access to me and everything that I'm up to, go ahead and join the Crypto Empire Premium Discord. All details can be found on my website. All right, so go ahead, check out the Crypto Empire Premium Discord at cryptoempireco.io. All details are right there. Now, everybody, have an amazing Easter. Happy Easter if you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, happy Easter. This is Connor from Crypto Empire, signing out. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate your support. I will